So Laetitia Soudanas, sponsor of development at Ignite Data. Very exciting pace at the moment. We're talking to a lot of sponsors. I'm just very thrilled. I can see that the industry is becoming more and more receptive to HR to EDC. We spoke to globally. When I was at ACDM, we touch on German sponsor, we touch on American sponsor, we touch on European sponsor, if I may say, globally. Everyone is getting more and more curious. Most of the data management people seems to totally be onboarding with the idea. It's like you don't have to preach already. They understand the value that we bring, that our product bring. And for me, this is where I feel like there is space where we can make a difference in the market, but not just in terms of helping the sponsor, but helping the sponsor, helping the patient. And this is really where, for me, he has turned a point. So extremely excited to be part of the story. It's a bit of a pioneer moment and just enjoying it.
Julie McCann, and head of sales at Ignite Data. Why is this moment interesting? And I think the reason why this is the right place at the right time is because the value to the sites, to the PIs, to the nurses, to everyone in clinical research, it's a pull through to how that provides value to our sponsors. And, at this moment, we get to be the experts, and people get to look to us as how do we roll out a new technology, a new innovation, where the goals of pharma have been and will always be very similar. Get drugs to market faster, do it with less money, do it with cleaner data, lock the data faster. So it's all of the same challenges that we can really speak to at different areas, whether it's early or late phase. And then most importantly is the sponsors want to know how and what are the best practices. And I love to be in that space of kind of knowing and guiding how to do that, because we sit in the midst of so many different sponsors. So I think that's really interesting to me.
Oh, it's about don't make it too complicated. You're talking to something who's going to make my life easier, but what does that mean? Is everyone's going to want to plug in it. So it's about regulatory. It's about the auditing behind our system. It's about collaborating, as you said. It's exciting for the site, but everyone has their own journey of seeing their own final goal. The site wants to have time for the patient. The sponsor needs the patient at the site. And we facilitate this transfer of willing to make a change in the industry. And it's just phenomenal. And we are a best team. We all know about it. It's the last 2.5 years, everything has changed with the evolution of interoperability, which are allowing us to be in this moment today. We are in an educational space. People hear about EHR to EDC, but they don't really comprehend enough the value, because there is a lot of word about it, because there is obviously competition. But the beauty of Ignite is we are agnostic. And also we are pushing for standardization. So when you sit with your sponsor and when you ask them, do you have a standard toward your ECR form? We do it for oncology, but we don't do it like this for respiratory, and we don't do it like this for immunology. So you then allowing them to understand they are working in silo through digitalization. And that's, if anything was a bit more standardized, you will accelerate your path to not just onboard the HR to EDC, but to fasten the pace of, your clinical trial value, because the end goal is to press submission in the best way possible.